Very 60s.
Yeah.
David, good evening.
Good evening.
I made the point, Prime Minister's in trouble. There's nothing particularly new about that. But when you look at that list, I mean, I know a lot of them are PPSs, but they're still, you know, on that government list, that third of Conservative MPs. 38, as we went to air, 38 resignations over the course of the last 2 days. I've been comparing this to 1990. Would that be right or not?
No, it's much bigger. In the sense of numbers involved. I think also the sense of turning of mood in the House it's much more like, you know, Chamberlain and Churchill. There is much more that sense of revulsion.
So that was the 1940 moment,
exactly,
after the failure in Norway,
precisely,
of the British Expeditionary Force.
There is that sense that this has gone wrong. The trouble is there's no Churchill. There's also no sense of anybody with a serious alternative policy. And this is my fear. And there's also, I think, something very different from 1940. Chamberlain was a man, you know, he's autistic, a man without very significant public presence. With Boris, I think there's a genuine sense of tragedy, but it's a tragic comedy. Here is somebody who was in many ways so good, and yet equally so bad. He got exactly half the qualities you need of a Prime Minister. In other words, he's got a degree of wit, he's got a presence. You're making the point
charisma,
about big
optimism.
Oh,
yes.
The boosterism and that.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there are two fatal flaws. David Davis was talking about untruthfulness, and I fear I'm a bit of a cynic. I think the point is he conspicuously gets found out. That's the problem. But yes, you need a measure of, as it were, a fundamental honesty. One of the problems, I think, is we've gone wrong by creating all of these civil servants who are supposedly in charge of, you know, morals and whatever. Truth, the way he was found out, and the way he's been brought down, is being brought down, is the proper way, through Parliament, through the sense of its MP.
So in a sense, scrutiny is working in that sense.
But not in the sense of, you know, the Department of Propriety and Ethics, how completely preposterous. It's simply that his MPs have lost confidence in him, which is how a Prime Minister goes. A Prime Minister holds office by virtue of having the confidence of the Commons. He has manifestly lost it. So this shift, there is, with all his skill, a fundamental shiftiness, a slitheriness, the greased piglet remark of David Cameron. But there's another
great
point.
comment.